High fashion, when you have a climate like this, is it's not high on the list of people's agenda. Do you know what I mean? They need to think about their living expenses and food. So any luxury goods is a luxury, and so you have to think of a way of communicating your company or your brand in a more personal way, more direct to the customer. So they're thinking, because Paris Fashion Week has been, and for a long time, been so elitist, that you can start losing that communication, because there's always a middleman, like the press or the buyers and that. This way we can communicate everything to the public directly.
McQueen's collection brings elegance and creativity of haute couture back to the fashion industry, displaying his complex imagination, merging the dark ages with romanticism into ready-to-wear couture. Beautifully draped garments of several jacket designs, as well as his play on symmetry that beautifully accent his silhouettes. Symmetry similar to his moth-like garments in his spring 2010 collection. These pieces have really angelic golden embroideries, and you also notice that he always seems to make a broad statement with the hair while still keeping your attention onto the clothes. Like here, but it's almost reptilian mixed with like elegance. This red and golden piece is like amazingly regal. Like the colors pop out, and the design almost reminds me of wood carvings. This is actually on the St. Paul's Cathedral done by Gremlin Gibbons, who's also said to be one of McQueen's influences. I don't know about that exact piece, but he used a lot of old masters as his inspiration for this line. This is a Stefan Lochner piece. He's a Gothic painter, and you could tell that he used it in his inspiration for this garment. I feel like he incorporated a bit of Japanese culture into his line. Like this piece reminds me of like a kimono, but then this piece reminds me of like a higher status kimono, or maybe like Japanese royalty, or samurai, around those lines. Does a lot of proportion with this garment made out of golden dipped feathers, where he raises the neck up to a high collar and then proportions it out with the ruffled skirt, or the train at the bottom. The golden feathers remind me of the ruffles that Queen Elizabeth used to wear raised around her neck. I feel like the inspiration for this garment came from old British uniforms similar to the ones here. Like you see at the bottom how it flares out a little bit, like similar to the construction of this garment. McQueen's line kind of merges the dark ages with romanticism. I feel like, him using Stefan Lochner, the Gothic painter, and then using like the hairstyles, kind of giving you like the Achilles helmet, like the dark ages, but then bringing light to it with the gold and the red and the embellishments with the regal colors, giving it like royalty. It just kind of brings light to the dark, and his line was just really beautiful, and it brought back, or it gave us, ready to wear couture, beautiful dresses that don't have to cost millions of dollars.